right, all right, all right. We are live. Yep, we are live. I'm just going to invite everybody to join me, and we will start in about 5 minutes. No, less than 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. In today's live session, right. There's a lot going on. Hold on. I need to copy the stream link. Right, a lot going on today. Yeah, because this is public, right? It's not to my today's live session is going to be. I'm inviting the all of our free yeah our free groups to join us. I'm gonna share what we do here, um, but I'm not gonna give away what you guys have paid for. So go ahead and fasten your seatbelts because we are starting up with some cryptocurrencies. Anything you want to ask, go ahead and type it on the chat. If you can hear me, please type yes on the chat. I don't know if you guys can hear me or if I'm talking to myself. But we're going to give a little time for everybody to join us. We have 19 people that have already joined us. 39. Let's go. Let's keep on rising those numbers. Cool. So today I'm gonna share a couple of my personal trades that I do have open. Nothing out of the ordinary, I guess. But yeah, everybody can hear me. So let's start by, well, thank you for joining me. Yeah, thank you for joining me. We're going to, I'm going to be live about 40 minutes or so. I'm going to go through a lot of markets. Um, 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 Mustafa, why we get a sell signal on BCH? What is BCH? I don't understand that. Um, yeah, if that is Bitcoin, that is not my channel, mate. I don't run the cryptocurrencies channel. Yeah, but but I guess it's because of this. Well, yeah, I guess it's because of this. Just have a look at the Bitcoin chart. It's a pretty solid signal if you ask me. I don't know about Bitcoin chart and Bitcoin Cash. I don't know what that is. But Bitcoin, I'm gonna be a seller in Bitcoin if price actually manages to break with this reversal pattern. Actually, this is looking pretty good as a short. Why don't we start with Bitcoin, right? Let's start with what's hot in the market, and that is fucking currencies, right? So yeah, this reversal pattern in the short term. Yeah, I will go through gold in a bit. This reversal pattern in Bitcoin is looking pretty good, right? We are trading. We have been trading down for the past 2 weeks. As you can see here, last week was a huge range, 23.55% drop in Bitcoin, and the price has retraced back about 13.86%. Now, that is, this is not a bull market yet in the short term, right, at all. Because, if we look at the previous week's range, we haven't even retraced back 50% of the previous week's range. So no, this is not a bull market, right? And more so because we are inside of this thick zone, right? This previous base, right? Previous support turned resistance. Price is looking. This is a big seller zone. Yes, Pablo, I will explain that pound yen also. So this is a big seller zone, in my opinion, and buyers are going to have a tough time breaking through this. without actual buying momentum, right? There's no bullish momentum. Well, I mean, remember that this is cryptocurrencies. I mean, someone can just fat finger this and it'll go up. That's why I always wait for my key levels to break for me to enter these trades. But I mean, talking about Bitcoin Cash, I don't know how Bitcoin Cash follows Bitcoin. I don't know what Bitcoin Cash is, but just by looking at Bitcoin, I do like that sell signal that you just got. I mean, I'm not telling you that you should go short in Bitcoin, but I will if what I'm looking at actually develops. Not right now. There is no sell. There is absolutely no setup to go short in Bitcoin at the moment, but actually I'm going to be sending this. If that trade develops, I'll send it to the VIPs, right? We hardly ever trade cryptocurrencies, and I think that yeah, that'll be a nice one. So if you want to be part of that, there's a link below this video for you to do so, for you to join the VIPs. Now, what are we talking about? So let's start with gold. Everybody loves gold, right? And we are going to start by looking at the daily chart in gold. Now, gold on the long term is bearish, right? Now, we are looking at gold hitting a massive area of resistance, right? This is a very thick zone. This is a seller zone. The bullish momentum that we've had has stopped right here at the retest of this previous base, right? And we are still making lower highs, right? Now, this is not a lower high just yet. Why? Because it has been yet to be confirmed in the short term, right? Unless we break with these lows, we are still very much in a short-term bullish momentum. But if we look at the hourly, at the daily 2-day charts, the same thing, right? It's looking pretty eerie for gold at this level, and if we don't get some momentum to the upside, or buyers just give up, we are going to go down in gold. Now, let's go and let's have a look at the 4-hour chart, people. The 4-hour chart is this one right here. Now, if you look at what's going on the 4-hour chart, we are in a very structured move, right? In a very structured bullish move. Now, having said that, if we use Elliott wave theory to analyze this market, which we are going to do, right? We are in the midst of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, right? So we have a couple of questions from Linda. Why did we cancel the Euro USD trade? I'll show you why after gold. Don't worry about it. You're going to see that it's pretty obvious why we close it almost at break even, right? So I'll go through every single one of your questions. Don't worry about it. Even if it takes me an hour and a half, I will do so. So gold. Justin, Orlando, sir, I'm very pleased on how you switch things up, more quality over quantity. Thank you. That is what we are aiming. And you can actually see it on the signals, right? Let me show you VIP signals right here. I mean, since we've turned things around and we focus on quality over quantity, our signals have been going up. I mean, we are up 2.42% this month, which is not bad at all. If you want to join that VIP team, the link is below this video. It's only 35 pounds a month. It's absolutely nothing. So we are in the midst of a bullish structure, right? Now, having said that, right here, we faked out of this bullish structure, right? And we faked out of of this level, right? Now, can you? So I'm sorry about that. So gold, right? Where can you see that performance? I'll send you guys the link in the free group, on the VIP group, whatever you are. So gold, right? We have faked out of this bullish structure, right? And the thing about this is that because we are in such a massive level of resistance, um, and we are trading inside of a no trade zone at the moment, there is absolutely no direction in gold at the moment, right? So there's no direction in gold at the moment. So taking a bullish position here at the lows, or taking a short position here at the lows is just not a high probability trade. All right. In order to take a long position, I mean, we should definitely wait for the previous week's high to break, and to take a short position for the previous week lows to trade to break. In any case, the probability for a continuation is basically 50-50 with a probability. If it's basically 50-50 with the probability of a short breakout. Now, Sarah, I'm really worried about the stop loss in gold. It's capable of blowing my entire account. Now, if that is the case, don't trade that. I mean, don't trade that trade, or use a smaller position size. But I mean, if you're trading with a $100 account, and you're trading with the smallest position size, and I mean, it's going to blow your entire account, don't take the trade, please, right? Because if that happens, that'll be your mistake, not mine. Okay? Now that's gold. So the euro US dollar, I had a question about why we closed it at break even, and this is the main reason we closed it at break even, guys. I actually closed, this is a 1 day chart. I actually closed my long-term trade on the USD today. Uh, I wrote it here. Let me show you actually. It's on the MAM account. Well, actually, I'll show you later. So I wrote it. I wrote this long from around these levels for quite a while, right? And I decided to close it because we approached this zone right here. This is a high volume area, where big sellers are going to be stepping in. Also, we are at the very highs of that bullish momentum, and if buyers have not if buyers are not strong enough to go and swipe all the sell orders are in place here, well, price is going to drop, right? Buyers are going to give up on attempting to break higher, and sellers are going to take control on the short term at least, and we could see price drop to the 120, 119, 50, etc. And because our trade was at the highs of the move and it failed to break out, right? If this seller scenario takes place, well, our trade as was going to be stopped out at a loss, right? So the probability of getting stopped out at a loss was high enough for me to decide to close that trade at break even, right? So that's the situation on the Euro US dollar. Now, having said that, I'm not telling you to go short on the Euro USD. On the midterm, we are still in a bearish move, right? We are retesting this previous level. We are trading above the weekly pivot, but because of our trade position, I decided to close it, right? Nothing too big to say here in gold in the Euro US dollar, other than if we get actually a pullback to the 120, this will be a great area for us to be buyers, right? We're just waiting on that to happen, or even if we move higher. Now, I think that we are about to, yeah, I think we are about to hit all-time highs in the S&P 500. This is our trade on the MAM right here. We have locked in about 420 pips. And I already closed 75% of this position at the highs on Friday. We are going to keep this trade going for all-time highs and even further, right? So yes, if you want to join the MAM, just email learn to trade. Well, email support. You already know the support email, and they will set you up. I mean, it's pretty neat to get your money being managed by a professional trader, in my opinion, right? Let's move on. Let's talk about Ripple. Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about cryptocurrencies today because it's what's hot, and I do believe that there is the probability to make a killing in the next leg up in Ripple. Now let's look at the daily first. The daily in Ripple looks extremely bullish to me, right? Just have a look at this area of support on the daily around the 91, let's call it 92 cent zone that got rejected, right? And now this daily candle looks extremely bullish. Now this is just to have a look at levels and of bullishness or bearishness. If we look at the midterm chart, here are the levels. Here's the buyer zone where buyers are jumping in. We have broken with this structure, and this is, I mean, this midterm bearish structure that we were trading in, we have broken with, right? And um, we are trading above this high, above the weekly pivot, above the buyer zone. Not only that, but we made a new higher low, right? So everything's pointing out at I'm sorry, a nice run in Ripple, right? Now, this is not, again, and this is not a signal to go long on Ripple at these times, but if you were to consider a long position, your stops should be below the previous week's lows, right? And if that trade is going to burn your entire account, just don't take it. This is a probability game, and there's always a probability that a trade is going to lose money. There's absolutely no certainty in this game. You can only play the numbers and the probabilities of success of your setups, and that's the way you make money in the long term. Do not focus on the short term at all, and you'll be all right. Now let's move on. The pound versus the US dollar. Now the pound versus the USD, we got stopped out at a profit today on the remaining of our position. What we did is we took this long trade here. We took profits here. We held on to this dip, and today we got stopped out when we move our stops below the lows, right? The reason that we held on to that trade is because of this. Now, this is the current structure on the pound versus the US dollar. This is a massive structure dating from the end of March, right? And we are still in it. Not only that, but we are trading above this big level, the 137 level. And not only the 137 level, right? But we completely rejected that, the bottom of the structure. And we are trading above the point of control of the last move move up, right? So everything points out at a further bullish continuation on the pound. The reason that we move stop losses below this low is because signals are short term, right? Signals are short term, right? And well, personally speaking, the MAM is still long the pound versus the US dollar, but because this is a different system to trade. I mean, this is a different system, right? And I manage that account personally. But when it comes to signals, the probability of price, when price drop below the weekly pivot, and when price drop below the immediate structure, right? This is the immediate bullish structure. And when price broke with this immediate bullish structure and traded below the weekly pivot, we wanted to be out of our short-term long on the GBP US dollar, right? And that's the main reason. The weekly, this week's price action looks bearish, and yeah. But if price comes down and retests the previous week's lows and rejects them, we are going to again enter long. Well, point of control, right? That's a good question. I'm sorry. I assume that you guys knew about that. Huh. So the point of control, now if you look at this, right, if you look at this histogram right here, this histogram, what it's doing is plotting all the volume that has been traded from these lows until today's price action, right? The buying volume and the selling volume, right? And the point of control is simply the exact level where the most volume has been trading in this portion of historic price action that this indicator is analyzing, right? That's what point of control means. And the point of control is usually a magnet, right? And it's usually a magnet, and usually where big buyers and big sellers are going to be stepping in. And in this case, this is where big buyers are stepping in, and this is where buyers, or this is the level that buyers are protecting, right? And as you can see, this is after. I mean, this is a massive day, a bearish candle, and sellers weren't able to break with that point of control at this moment in time. So buyers, and they gave up, and buyers jumped in. Right, this is this is the way to use you know the volume profile, but again it's a lot more than that. So let's go through some questions. The pound yen, right? The pound yen is a pain in the ass, I know, but let's have a look at it. All right, let me just have a sip of my coffee. Good coffee. Right, so the pound yen, massive move to the upside. This has been going on for about 5 months. This is a massive move to the upside, about 2,000 pip move to the upside. Now, the daily, this is the daily chart, and let's just play with some levels here on the daily chart, right? So if we take this. I'm going to share with you what I'm watching right here. So what I'm watching here is, first of all, let's draw some levels, maybe on the 3-day chart or so. Yep, that's it. So first of all, we have hit a major zone of resistance. This is a massive key level. The last time the price was trading at this level right here was in March 2018, and this is where sellers jump in, and in the short term price dropped 1,300 pips, midterm 2020 what 2,240 pips, and in the long term about 3,000 pips. So below this zone, to me this is sellers territory, right? So this is the 3-day chart. Yeah, hold on. I was going to the 1-day chart, but I saw Mohammed. You have lost money trading by yourself, and you're new with the signals, and your equity is only $60. Yeah, you can. I don't know, man. It seems quite low to me, but yeah, sure, you can trade. You can trade. You can trade the signals, but you're going to have to use the minimum position size. Focus on position size. Don't you think that you're going to grow those $60 into thousands of dollars in a couple of weeks? That's just not realistic. Rook. All right, so the pound yen, right? We already saw that that there is a massive level of resistance around the 152.80. And on the daily, this is, my friends, a very significant reversal, um, reversal, um, reversal pattern, right? Do you give free signals? No. Well, yeah, there's a free group, but you only get like 20% of all of my stuff. So let's move forward, and I'll come back to the chat in a bit. I'll just go through this. So this is a massive reversal on the daily, right? Now, if we look at this, this is the midterm chart, right? On the pound yen. Thank you for the kind words, Larry. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, right now, I'm focusing, since I took over, I'm focusing really on only quality. So the pound yen, on the midterm, we are making lower highs and lower lows, right? And we have broken with this 5 month structure. Now, there is absolutely no setup. There is absolutely no setup to go short at the moment, right? But um, with the VIPs, we are looking at a possibility for further downside on the pound versus the yen. That's about as much as I can tell you on the pound yen without giving up the signal that my clients have paid for. If you want to get that signal, I mean, that signal is still very much valid. It hasn't been triggered yet. And there's a link below this video. It's only 35 pounds per month. I don't know what you guys are waiting for, right? On the short term, we are trading below the weekly pivot. I mean, below this massive base. But should price break above it, right? We could have a run to test at least the 150.80 again, etc. But yes. In the long term, the pound yen right here is looking a little bit toppy at around the 152. There's absolutely there's absolutely no setup yet to go short, but you have to keep an eye on that, right? Is your trading style mainly for swing trading? No, I mean, my trading style can be applied to. I mean, I don't day trade. That's one thing that you should know about me. The signals that I send are mainly, yeah, they're midterm signals. You know, midterm signals with 100 pip, 80 pip, first targets, etc. But yeah, you have to be patient with my signals because the way to make money in this market is knowing where to hold your winners and when to give up and take a loss. And like I told you, it's all about probabilities. Um, you have to know your numbers. You have to do. I mean, you have. This is a very difficult trade. Very difficult job. You have to. I mean, you have to do the work. You have to do the back test. Yeah, for about 5 to 8 days. That's right, Larry. Thanks. So let's move on. What else? The Aussie yen. I mean, the Aussie yen is something that I don't like to trade. Um, oh boy, but this looks good. All right, let's have a look at the Aussie yen. Okay, cool. Oh man, I crack myself up sometimes. All right, so the Aussie yen. Right. Yeah, this looks very good actually. So have a look at the long-term chart. It's the 3-day chart. This is a massive level. Look at this. It's a massive level. Again, this is a level where sellers took control of this market, and when it hit that level, I mean, price just dipped 2,500 pips, right? Uh, yeah, this is a massive level. But having said that, let's go back to the daily chart. No, it's 1 hour. The daily chart. Hey, thank you for pointing this out. Actually, I do like this market now that I've seen it. So I'm not saying that I'm going to be a buyer or a seller. I'm just saying that I'm looking at something here. Yeah, Familia. We are about 3% up this month on the signals. The mama count is about 6% up. Yeah. I'm not gonna give you my average lot size per trade because it doesn't matter. I mean, you should focus on your average lot size per trade, not mine. There are two Forex VIB groups, correct? Do you manage both? Yes, I do manage the swing trading signals and the VIP. Signals are different uh, from each group. So, yeah, the Aussie Yen. Look at this. This is gorgeous. So we already know. All right. So we saw that we are hitting a massive level of resistance, right? And just by looking at this looks like a continuation pattern, right? This looks like a continuation pattern. But having said that, I don't like the upside on the Aussie Yen or trading the upside on the Aussie Yen right now with such a massive level of resistance getting hit. Again and again and again, we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections, right? Yes, this daily candle looks extremely bullish, but we've had very bullish daily candles in the past just to see price, I mean, sellers smack down all the buyers, right? Let's go to the 4-hour chart and let's have a look if we get some entries or not. I mean, this is what I don't like about this pair, right? At the moment, this 4-hour chart looks extremely choppy to me. So, I'm not going to be looking at too much here, but I am going to be putting on an alert here at the tops. All right, shit. At the 84.90 level, key level hit. Key level hit. Heads up. All right, so I'm going to put an alert here because if we break with this level of resistance, I might be interested in going long. I am not at the moment. I mean, there could have been uh, a an idea to go long at the break of this the break of this weekly pivot, given the fact that we have bottomed for the past 2 weeks at the 83 level. But again, I don't trade ranges, guys. I don't trade ranges. Even though this range bound trade looks good at the moment, I don't trade ranges because the probability of success of trading inside of ranges is lower than the probability of success of trading on trending markets, right? Uh, but again, I will I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, I mean, whoever called the Aussie Yen, thanks for that. I'm going to put on a blue. Right. Hi. My profitability is higher than VIP signals. Yes. What's your take on Euro GBP? Right, Euro GBP. I mean, uh, I got burned. Well, yeah, I got burned trading the upside on the Euro GBP a couple of weeks ago. Around here, I don't remember, but that's fine. I mean, you're going to lose some money sometimes. But the Euro GBP, right, bounced back very heavily from this zone. But again, like I told you, I'm sorry, this is the one. I don't trade ranges. I don't trade ranges, and we are at the top of a range on the Euro GBP, right here. We are at the top of this range. At the moment, I need that 87 to about 87.30 level to be clear in order to consider getting long on the pound on the Euro GBP, which is why I'll put a blue. Shit, hold on. A blue one, right? Why? Because this is a massive key level, right? Just have a look at this, right? This is the level. I mean, after a big drop in prices, about 8.5% or 810 pips, this is where seller. I mean, this was in this portion of historic price action. Uh, this portion of historic price action was controlled by sellers, right? But if you look at this, I mean, this is where big buyers jump in, right? So this level is going to be where big sellers are going to be jumping in, right? So that's on the daily, guys, right? That's on the daily. On the 4-hour chart, let's have a look at what's going on. Yeah, let me just delete that. Actually, remove drawings. Yeah, on the 4-hour chart, still looking very bearish. Still looking very, very bearish. This is the level that should be cleared, the 83, 87.30, same level that we saw on the daily before I will consider going long here. Now, a true retest of this level, right? Well, if you consider this to be the exact level, right, the exact zone, here I would consider a short position, maybe below the weekly pivot and below these lows. Yeah, that be, what was I saying? Yeah, on a break of this possible reversal pattern, but again, this is a market that I mean, I don't like trading, and I'm already long the pound. So this short position below the weekly pivot is in fact a long position on the pound, which I'm not going to double my long position on the pound just because I see another setup, right? But yeah, I mean, just have a look at what price action does, and if it breaks below the weekly, you might consider a short position. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to do anything. It is, I mean, it's completely up to you. And if it breaks above it, long position might be considered, right? This is the Euro GBP. So why is a MAM more profitable than VIP signals? That's simple because the MAM is an investment account. We focus on long-term trades, long-term investments in assets that I feel are going to be heavily valuated in the future or heavily devaluated in the future. And it's pretty weird because we only risk around 0.5 to 0.75% per trade. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is what a professional trader does, man. You know, we focus on the long term. We could care less about the daily movements, really. Yeah, that's a big difference, right? If signals are very profitable if you're focused on the short term. Right. Let's call it with U.S. oil, shall we? Or WTI. I mean, uh, uh, this looks extremely choppy. Actually, I'm going to be deleting this and this. Right. I'm not looking to do anything in oil. Last week I took a buy here, and I got stopped out at break even here. Price is just failing to break the 63.50 level, it's just too choppy, right? Too choppy. Uh, it's just extremely choppy, and I'm not looking to do anything in this market at all. So what let's have some equities talk. Yeah, like I told you, the S&P 500 is just rocking higher, all-time highs. Well, this is the US 50. Let's look at the real market, at the mini S&P 500, right? Oh yes. Now we can look at some volume too. Right, let's have a look at the volume on the E-mini S&P 500. This is why I took that buy on the E-mini S&P 500. Just look at this high volume zone. Just bouncing off that high volume zone, and I took a buy here, I think. No, I took a buy at the very bottom. No, yeah, I took a buy at the very bottom, at the retest of that high volume area. This is how you trade volume. And well, I'm looking at all-time highs in the E-mini are at the 41.8675. Today's open was extremely bullish, but if buyers are unable to break with all-time highs today, I might just give up on this trade and close the rest at a plus 1% gain on the MAM. Right. Yeah, the reason that this was not sent as a VIP signal is because sometimes these trades are too time sensitive, right? This market moves extremely fast, extremely fast, uh, and um, and um, the price difference between broker and broker when it comes to equity CFDs is just too wide, right? Um, but yeah, this is the E-mini S&P 500, and yeah, we are still trapped inside of this range, right? Even though we are moving higher and higher, we are still in bull territory here in this market. Right. Is there any more questions? Is fixed time trading is good or bad? Do you give fixed time trading signals? I don't understand, mate. What's fixed time trading signals? What? I don't know. Maybe explain yourself a little better, and I'm pretty happy to answer your question. Right, the US dollar Japanese yen. This is another one that we should be looking at. Cool. Olympio went through. Did you do US 30? No, I'll do US 30. Yeah, sure, I'll do US 30 afterwards. So this is, I mean, Olympio uploaded a very good video on the US dollar Japanese yen, and I still don't understand what you're saying, mate. With fixed time, time is fixed. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, the US dollar Japanese yen, pretty bull market in my opinion. We are still inside of that bullish structure, the green one, retesting this massive zone at the moment, right? This is the daily. Uh, this is the daily. This is the daily, and let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. So I was looking at the 4-hour chart and just, I mean, looking at, at a possible entry, but I don't like the US dollar Japanese yen long trading below this level, below the 108.35 level. So in order for me to consider even going long, we have to break with this level and retest this level. Maybe a break and retest will give us a great risk to reward ratio on this. No, I don't do binary options. I don't know, mate. Olive trade. If it's binary options, it sucks. Don't do that. Yeah. So the US dollar Japanese yen. This is going to be on the VIP channel only signal, but I'm looking to go long at the break of the 108.35 level when this reversal pattern actually breaks. Now on the short term, the 1-hour chart, we are still trading inside of a very bearish structure. So yeah, the upside is looking very eerie at the moment. But again, if we break with that level that I just told you, we are going to get in on a buy on the US dollar Japanese yen, and by looking at the daily, we are going to get a possible awesome risk to reward ratio, a possible move to the upside for at least 150 pips. All right. So, US 30. Yeah, let's do US 30. Hey, remember to subscribe to the channel. Uh, we upload free stuff every single day. You know. Uh, Also, I do a watch list, a daily watch list for VIP only. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you, right? VIP only. So, where is it? Right here. Okay, so my daily watch list for VIP only. Oh, this is March 26th, but you know I meant April 26th, right? This is, you're not going to find this on YouTube, even if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, because it's unlisted. Only people that get this link are going to be able to watch my daily watch list. And I only send that link to my VIPs. So if you want to get in on the VIP train, subscribe to the VIP channel with the link below this video. I mean, guys, it's only 35 pounds per month. It's absolutely nothing. uh, and you get a lot of content. You know, there's no downside on it. I mean, you can actually absolutely trade by yourself and try to trade with free stuff only, but it's going to be your head. Right, US 30. All right, so the US 30. Yeah, the daily, I mean, it's looking pretty bullish again. All the US equities are bullish. We're not even going to focus on the daily, right? Let's do the 4 hour chart right here. Um, the reason that I don't like to, a buy or a sell on the uh, on the Dow. The Dow is just only it's only 30 companies, so it's very volatile, right? I wouldn't be a seller on U.S. equities at all, right? And maybe a retest of that 33.78, 33.75 level right here would give you an entry to go long on the Dow, right? If we break with all-time highs today, I wouldn't be a buyer yet again because of my risk profile on this trade. Uh, if you're not long right now, you shouldn't be looking to go long unless right, if price does this and retest right here all-time highs, then we might get a nice risk to reward entry for a long position, but not right now, right? Wow. What else? What else are we looking at? Uh, wow, the Swiss dollar franc. I don't do the Swiss dollar franc, but sure. I don't even have it on my watch list. The Swiss dollar franc, Japanese yen, right? Let's have a look at that. Cool beans, mate. Yeah. This is the 4 hour chart, and just look at this fucking mess of market. I hate it. I hate it. I'm biased here because I do hate it, but just look at this chart, man. This range to me is untradeable. I don't trade markets that are not trending, even though no, I hate it. I'm sorry, mate. I hate it. But if you're looking at something right now, it's pushing higher on the hourly. Maybe a break of the weekly highs will give you an entry with a good risk to reward ratio. But again, first target should be right here. And I would not be a buyer in this market or a seller. This is just too much of a choppy range right now. We already did Euro GBP, mate, but I'll do it very quickly for you. Um, the daily, and I'm going to end up this live session on this note. If you want to join the VIP team, there's a link below this video. You should definitely think about it because there's a lot of content. I post my daily watch list for VIP only, and every single day, and we go live for VIP only twice a week. And of course, you get all the VIP signals. So the link is below. If you have $500 to trade, you should have. You should think of investing 35 pounds a month as a good investment, right? Um, because if you're new to the game, you're going to end up blowing your account, and I'm speaking from experience, mates. I've been doing this a long time, and I've made all the mistakes, so you don't have to make them. Right. So the Euro GBP, like I was telling before, the Euro GBP right here is something that I'm not interested at the moment. Uh, and I'll tell you what. Right. I am long the pound. Right. I am long the pound. Uh, and the Euro GBP is at a massive level of resistance, right? So if I'm long the pound, I would be looking for shorts on the Euro GBP. But uh, because it's against the euro, it might take some time for price to break with this reversal pattern. Now, having said that, this we are in a massive bearish market, right? So actually, the short side on the Euro GBP doesn't look that bad with the correct placement on your pending orders, which I will be sending right now to the VIP channel only. Thank you for joining me. If you want that Euro GBP signal, if you want the GBP Yen signal that is still valid, uh, and the gold signal that is still valid, join with the link below this video. Thank you for joining me, and uh, yeah, I'll see you guys around. Well, not too many of you, but all of you that are VIP, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.